spell in any way, shape, or form?
That is one that we usually deal with, but we don't currently have anything. Not currently. If you would like to try back later on, usually we try to restock stuff like that sometime in the spring when the caravans start to leave. So that would probably be when you would be able to get it, at least from us.
Fair enough. Okay.
What's the ring called?
Call it a ring of dark vision.
Okay.
Because it's modeled after, obviously, the goggles of night vision, so...
Okay.
The pair you bought are cursed, and it takes away your normal vision. You can only see in the dark.
They've actually dealt with us pretty fairly. Some of these spells should have cost a little bit more than what we've been paying for them.
So.
And it's like the average dark vision out of 30 feet or whatever?
Yeah, it's the goggles of night, except in a ring form. It's the same thing that Arkin has.
DM's got these. Thank you.
Half the time I don't need them anyway.
And it's 60 feet long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is 60 feet.
It's 60. It's the normal range, it's not the shorter.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So, if everybody's done with their final things that they needed to take care of in Waterdeep.
It's spending 8 hours. I'm not leaving.
Huh?
The next day after that, I am spending 8 hours in either her church or a library.
We will deal with that. There is not a library nearby. That's why I was saying that we'll deal with, because all you were here to do was, they would not allow you to use their laboratories because you're not obviously a member, so that would not be a thing. That was one of the things I tried to mention before all of this, is that you came here looking for information.
Okay, that one over my bad.
Yeah, gotcha. So, if everybody's finished with Waterdeep, George?
Yes, I'm finished.
Okay. So, I think that we can go ahead and fast forward back to the tower. And armed with your new information, unless there's anything that anybody would like to do last minute.
If anyone would like to spend time with me in Silvering Moon to see if I could find a library or a laboratory or anything
The
of the
only
sort
thing
to
I
help?
really
want...
That
again,
would have been the research that
you have the information. I'm not going to go ahead and spend the extra time tonight because everybody seems to be tired. We'll deal with all of that through Messenger.
Okay.
That was my fast forwarding through the Church of Daenerys. And it's safe to assume that you all gather your information. I will deal with that personally through Messenger rather than taking the extra time right now. So.
Right. There's a stop I want to do in Silvery Moon, but that can be handled later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. My apologies. We shall continue.
Right. As long as it's something that does not require like a ton to do, we'll go ahead and we can deal with it through Messenger. As long as it's more of a monetary and not a skill thing.
Right.
Then we can do. We can do that through Messenger as well when we do the whole entire information gathering and stuff like that.
Sounds good.
So, with that, obviously not speaking for Daniel in any solid and concrete fashion, but I do believe that you can assume that you find R back at the tower when you get there.
Naked.
More than likely drunk as fuck, running naked up and down the stairs.
In a barrel.
That sounds awesome.
And I get in there and at least like the second I step in the door, her voice will start screaming, "Where the fuck have you been?"
Right.
Why'd you leave me with this asshole?
You would probably see him before anything else, like pressing his naked ass on one of the glass panes, like backlit from the front. Like, yeah, very safe to assume as such. Now, if you would like to take just a minute before we go ahead and call it a night to discuss what are your plans from here. Just in the off chance that Jonathan is able to join us for the next session, I would like to be able to have it thoroughly planned out.
Do you want to do the fire plane or the earth plane?
Well,
let's go hardcore. Let's go fire. That's my vote.
Well,
hold on. We need to figure out what's going on with the angels. And if we're not able to contact them, then yeah, I think we should go to the plane of fire. But if we...
I feel like at this point we shouldn't be continuing to contact the angels. We should wait for them to contact us, unless it's like a ridiculously long amount of time.
Right.
I concur.
Well, I mean, with
So
our
I
here,
don't feel like hanging out for like 2 weeks for unable to do something.
right? So with Daniel here next time, he can cast divination and give us a bit more of a solid answer.
But
It's not going to harm or hurt them in any way, shape, or form.
okay, but I think if we're waiting to make that decision, like just not even in game, like we're gonna have to either do that through messenger to decide, because if they're gonna have time to plan, the next time we're gonna be back would be when he's playing.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
So
Correct. That's why I'm trying to get a general idea.
Gotcha.
If
Okay,
you
I
all can come to a conclusion, then obviously I will clue Daniel into it and get his personal opinion on some of
so
this.
we
And
can
if there's anything that
messenger it, like,
changes,
argue about it for like a week and decide.
Yeah, honestly, let's just talk about it through Messenger. I mean, we're telling you
Well,
right now our general plans, but
yeah, again, I would like some sort of a concrete thing because I, being me, would like to start working on it immediately because it makes my life so much easier.
Plane of
Especially,
But that's why I was trying to give you like a month.
All those who are in favor of traveling
And I
to the
do
plane of
appreciate
fire.
Plane of fire.
Plane of fire.
no.
So the plane of fire, what we would be accomplishing.
Where do you want to go?
Well,
It's earth or fire.
No.
I would say Earth.
You say Earth? Why?
Yeah, because we're still like wanted like crazy.
We're
We have
not-
someone that wants to kill us big time in fire. Why the hell would we go back?
Well, we have to go back to the trial anyway.
We're talking out of game, so I can metagame. We're gonna have an extra player. So let's get that one
We
out
don't
of the
know
way.
what role he's
Versus-
playing. What if
Versus a
Jonathan
guy
plays
who could wipe us
It's
out.
still an extra person.
If he
Oh
plays
yeah,
the villain,
Oh.
it's Jonathan. If you play
That's a
the
point.
villain,
Jonathan takes after me at all. He's gonna be bad.
Okay, so where do we start with Earth?
Yeah, we don't really have a solid starting point for Earth. We at least have a semi-solid starting point.
they both have a kid that we need to get back. Earth would give us the ability to start working on the tower, and we do have monetary ability to
Are
do
we
that.
able to still get
Bro.
like the fire resistance again?
Yes, we still have the ability to do so.
Fire,
We-
we get the kid and we get his sword, and I don't know, possibly kill the guy that's hunting us down. Or
and you do remember that gaining the fire resistance from the tower itself lasts for 24 hours.
Right.
Yes.
Do you have a starting point, a starting idea for Earth?
Someone would.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I don't sorry, have I'm the history or like the halfway.
I like
economic
seeing-
ability.
I don't know. I think
I'm the dog.
we should go back to
You
fire
guys
when we're
tell
a little bit
Cassie what he thought I
stronger,
got.
with maybe level 11.
I really,
What?
I thoroughly. That's a whiles away. I thoroughly believe that we have the most leads on the plane of fire at the moment.
Do you think we can take that guy on?
But the problem is with the fire plane, we don't
Because
have.
he's immune to fire. He's probably gonna be somewhere surrounded by fire and lava and everything else.
I'm not worried about hunting the guy down. He's gonna hunt us down. We don't have to worry about
Let
hunting
him come
him.
to
We
us
can't
instead of
choose the
traveling.
battleground.
I'm not even.
Maybe.
What?
We're gonna be too busy doing stuff to pick a battleground. He's just gonna find us where he fucking finds us. The problem is we have to get in and get out very quickly. Our problem last time was we didn't have the resistance long enough to get into the city or anything else. We were pretty isolated from any knowledge or point, so we might
Yeah.
get to the fire plane and so we might have to find another source of resistance just to get to the kid and back.
That's a
That's
good idea. We
very
could
good
go back to Waterdeep, Silvery Moon, something of the sort.
Yeah,
Do like
I mean,
what we
if
did with the
there's-
plane of water.
If there's more portals that would get us closer to
Well,
begin with. Yeah,
Like,
things
all
like
in all, I
that.
can have these rings that cost exactly 1,714 gold.
More or less.
I would drown, or I would bird alive. I want that spell so
Oh,
bad.
you will next time. There's no more saves.
Oh fuck! That always said with such deadly intent. Fuck me.
You saved my life on a moose one time.
Elk.
Wait, what?
Elk.
Elk.
She
You're
saved
a
my life
fucking
on an
moose.
elk.
Like someone
One
fucking
time- it
fed
was a
meth to a
mistake.
moose.
I have a criminal weakness.
So if that's the case, then
So,
the plane of Earth would probably be the best option until we have more information.
Like that.
Especially since we have someone here with us that knows more about the elemental plane of Earth.
Oh.
Am I incorrect in this assumption?
You are not
like
incorrect.
I said, like at this
Alright,
point, I
I'm
do not
vote
know
heavily
which
for
one is
the
which.
plane
I
of
had
Earth.
more experience with the plane of fire, but that doesn't make me feel more
all
comfortable
I'm-
with it.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. All I'm saying is the leads. If we can find a solid lead on what to do with the plane of Earth, I vote plane of Earth as
Which
well.
we can do. I'm assuming we
But
have
then-
like
okay,
a
then
couple
let's go.
days.
Then
I-
let's
I
go
vote Earth.
information gathering
Yeah.
and see what we can find about the plane of Earth, and that will be our decision.
Did your belt just break?
No, it didn't break. It just comes
It's
off.
lost without hole.
Thank you.
Okay, so all in favor of Plane of Earth.
I'm indifferent. I'm either
Five.
I have enough
You can't
information.
argue for something and say you're indifferent.
Then
to
don't
it.
raise your hand.
I didn't
Yeah.
argue for one or the other. I just
Earth.
wanted to.
And she's
I just
like,
wanted
go to
a
Earth, we'll
logical
gather
decision
information.
For it.
and then she's like, well,
Understandable.
We'll
Don't say
speak
I
to
don't have enough information on either inside or outside a game.
We
to...
are at the moment we're kind of strapped for information, you know, for either one. Yes,
We can-
I know. I am pointing to her, but I'm yet. No offense to you, but I am yet to receive anything. So at the same time, I am in the same boat, but I am trying to. I'm not trying to force a decision,
I know.
but I'm getting to the point to where it's just like I am frustrated because of the lack of information, and I am trying to force a decision
I know.
because I know James wants a decision.
I know.
Lexi's last location that she was currently working before meeting up with the whole entire party for your very first mission, or before the very first session of the game, she was stationed on the plane of Earth.
So I vote.
We go to that part in the plane of Earth, and we start our information hunting.
We can ask.
Not a bad plan by any stroke of the imagination.
Okay.
We can ask Elise. We can do some research. Definitely follow Lexi's lead here.
Elise is more familiar with the alignment-based planes. She does not have a lot of knowledge as far as the elemental planes. That is not her place of expertise.
All right. So that is our plan.
Did you really drink all my Coke, you little fucking bitch?
You put it like down to there after you used
No.
it in your drink. You did.
Okay. Anyways,
Elemental plane of Earth.
Elemental plane of Earth it is then.